guys, Justin here over at Prado Olympic Shooting Park. The FUD is back. The big guy, the tiny, whatever you want to call him. He's feeling better.
So good.
Right, so good. So good. He's got a lot of energy today, so this should be a fun one for everybody.
A lot of caffeine and nicotine, baby.
We're out at Prado, out in Chino. If you guys ever want to come out to a nice outdoor range, you can shoot Olympic trap and skeet. You can rent a private range for pistol. Super nice people, really nice place. So we are going to go into these micros. Would you call them micros?
If you want to be like real particular, we'll call them subcompact.
Subcompact, little itty bitty guns.
Little baby guns.
Yeah, wanted to cover some different things for you guys. So we have 22, we have 32 auto, and we have 380. 3 different brands, 3 different guns, 3 different calibers. Kind of interesting. There is one of them that I would possibly carry concealed. The other ones are just kind of interesting and fun. But I don't know, let's just go ahead and get into them, see what you guys think. Some of you guys may have never even seen any of these guns before or held them or shot them. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I have never shot any of these guns before.
Same here.
You've never shot any of these ones? Mm-hmm. I haven't. I don't even remember if the last time I shot 32. 380, yes.
I requested, Raul said that we can't shoot them prior because he said that we have to look like idiots on camera, and I said, okay, yes, sir.
He just wants a real reaction, but really he just wants us to
We're doing
like
micro
idiots,
guns
so.
because we had a formal complaint from HR. Justin said that he was really upset that all the guns look huge in his hands, so he wants guns that were small.
Exactly. Look at how big my hands look.
So today
Dude,
we're compensating for said small hands.
Woo! Yeah.
And today I'm going to look like a fucking giant.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. So big in this hand.
Do we want to start off with the fun gun and then move our way up to the most carryable, maybe most likely to be carried, or what do we want to do?
We'll start. I like to start off with 22.
Okay, do it.
It's a lot easier for me personally. Phoenix Arms, they're out of Ontario. Awesome. Great place to live. They are technically a single action firearm with multiple safeties. I haven't shot these, so I can't tell you whether or not I like them or not. They're a little weird. The way they function is a little odd to me. There's a lot more to do before you can actually shoot the firearm. However, they're a good training tool if you're looking to like teach kids on handguns or like just, I don't know, the elderly. If you want to go to an old folks home and teach them how to shoot a gun, or the orderlies.
at the old folks home.
Whatever you feel like doing. It's a cool little gun. It's neat. It's got a good price point. So for a trainer, if you're looking for just like a simple little throwaway gun that you can give to somebody, be like, okay, you never shot a gun before, try this. And then once your balls drop, and get you on a 19. Simple stuff like that. We're going to try and test them out, see how they do.
179.
It's not bad.
179 flowers is the price point. And so like back in the day when we had the old shop and when you could dress multiple firearms at once, we would be like, hey, do you want to throw this on there? They were only 150 bucks at that time. You want to throw this on there for, it's $10 extra on the dress. And a lot of people are like, yeah, why not have one more gun? It's almost basically free, it's very inexpensive, but it's just a little 22 to try out. So I'm guessing I go first because I always get to go first.
Sure.
So let's see how this goes.
I played with this gun before we started.
Yeah, you did play with it before. I did not.
I didn't shoot it, but I played with it, so I know how it operates.
Interesting. Okay. So there is a.
It makes your hands look huge.
Let's keep it pointed down range. We'll do a little turn. There's a safety here, and there's a safety here. This is your slide lock and your safety all in one. So this should be pretty interesting. Well, let's see how it works. So, okay, so I just sent it home that way. You can't pull it back like you normally would. And it is on fire. I can move it to safe there, no bang, and then I would move it off safe here to go bang, and it says fire here. Red means blood, fire here. I should be good to go. I'm not even gonna press check this one. Let's just see where we're at. Okay. So we are empty.
You gotta put it on safe before you release the mag.
Gotta put it on safety before you drop the mag. Okay, there's another safety feature. We'll go ahead and
got drop safety so you can lock to the rear.
I can't take it off safety.
So put the mag in.
Put the empty mag in.
Put the mag in, put it on fire, rack it back.
Cannot.
Let me see. There you
Okay, there we
go.
go.
You go. And then, then you can drop mag, because now it's unsafe.
Because now I can drop mag. Okay, so that's a very... No, I cannot.
There you go.
It's a very interesting operation there. What?
I'm gonna load this.
Oh, yeah, there we go. So it doesn't lock it back. So what I have to do is I have to put it on safe, drop the mag, take it off safe to lock the slide back. So there are some steps, we'll say, with this one. It didn't shoot that bad, shot like a 22. I had to aim a little bit high. But it shot fine. There's just some different steps. So I guess the positive way to look at this is if you're teaching steps in gun usage or having to follow certain protocol, it would be good to teach on that. I'm trying to look at the glasses half full part of it because it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But it's very safe, right? You're not going to be able to accidentally drop the mag. You're not going to accidentally fire this gun. So the people that are very conscious about, you know, maybe their younger kids learning and stuff, maybe that would work out good for them. The gun shot fine. Oh, as far as the short strokes or things like that, these guns are brand new out of the box. It's the way we do every review. We don't oil them or lube them. We want to see how they're going to run. The other thing is we're using regular Remington Thunderbolt. Most of your pistols should be shot with CCI mini mags if you can. Yep. Would you agree with that?
22 is an inherently dirty round, so the cheaper you go on the round, the more potential for malfunctions that you will have. They're not a round that's designed for, I'm sure somebody will argue with me on this one, they're not typically defense round. Right. Not typically.
I always say just shoot them in the face.
Yeah.
It'll work.
You could definitely do it, but they are kind of prone to doing certain malfunctions that are kind of different from like 9mm, 380 and so on. So for bigger calibers, have a little more ass behind them.
So the powder charge is so light. Generally what happens a lot of the time is you get a short stroke, right? It won't pick up the next round. It's very normal in a lot of guns. That's why I like my Ruger Mark 1, 2, 3s, and 4s because they always work. It's a perfect gun in my eyes. The buck marks are very good too. But in your semi-autos where it's reciprocating this heavier slide, sometimes it runs into problems. That's why you want to try and run either a high velocity, Aguila, or CCI mini mags is my go-to. If it doesn't run CCI mini mags, it's a problem because that round is pretty fucking awesome. Yeah. So yeah, that's my view on this one.
Let's see how we do here. Yeah. I feel like John Wayne right now.
It's so small. Oh, so maybe I just wasn't pulling hard enough?
It's the mag is so flush to the frame, you can't like pick at it, so that's why it's like almost like the old school Glocks. The old school PD Glocks had like relief cuts.
Interesting.
If you can see, they have a little relief cut, so you can actually get the mag out of there. That's kind of the difference for these ones.
It's a 22.
Yeah. For the price, I really don't know what else you would buy. Honestly, for that price, I'd probably just save like an extra $100 and buy a High Point rather than this thing. But it's a preference. Like the 22s are interesting. It didn't shoot bad. It definitely is small for my hands. Like I'll probably never own this thing, but it shoots.
The price point.
Huh?
For the price point.
The price point's tough. Like I'm on the opposite side of the argument for safeties, right? To a certain point, there's so much safety that you kind of debilitate the shooter from making sure the firearm is safe and clear.
That's fair.
Right? So there's so many operations that you have it takes you 5 minutes, exaggerating, to get this gun to clear and safe, which is kind of annoying. But it's also, this is what it is. It's not a big deal.
And the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to run a video for you guys for 22 LR pistols.
Yeah.
Bring out a Buckmark, a Ruger, the Walther, maybe the GSG. We'll bring out a bunch of 22s and then really shoot those ones and see what we like because it's very popular, it's very affordable, it's a great training round. That's just going to be your most budget-friendly 22.
We'll probably end up bringing out one of the Advantage Arms conversion kits for the Glock as well. That way you guys can see the difference between like running an actual dedicated 22 to going to a dedicated 9mm to a 22. You know,
that'd be cool.
Something like that.
Let's move on.
I would send the slide home, but I can't because there's no mag in it. I'm gonna start off on the Beretta to be for
He's
this
going to
one.
explain most of these because he really knows about them. I'm just here to have some fun.
So these Berettas are interesting. It's an odd firearm, as you can tell. So the reason it's designed this way is so that I can load a mag in, a fully loaded mag. I can chamber drop a single round, so I can carry this in double action. If I load a magazine in and I rack a round in as my only way of operating this, I'm running on single action only with a safety, which is not a bad way to do it for some people who like carrying single actions in their CCWs. I personally don't. I like having a double action for the first round, only because I like having the ability to go, hey, fuck off. Okay, I don't want to kill you now. Like
And if you're at the wall, there's less chance of you being able to do that.
And now it's like, fuck off. Oh, well, I didn't want to kill you anymore, but now you're dead.
That
So
went off.
happens.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. So we'll talk about a little bit about how these operate and see how they go. Can't tell that's my truck or not. Hold on a second.
Could be mine. So there's two ways to run. So you can run that double action,
Yep.
double single, or you can run it single action only with the manual safety.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
As you can see, manual safety here. This right here is your actual little, I guess you'd call it your chamber release button, whatever you want to call it. Just throws a little thing forward. Magazine release.
On the grip?
Yeah, magazine release down here.
Hopefully that doesn't.
Pretty simple little stuff. I mean, the nice thing is that it's kind of out of the way of your hand, even
yeah.
for my hands. Like it'd be a tough time reaching that.
Right.
They're cool little guns. I don't know much about 32 auto, to be entirely honest. It's an odd round that not many people carry anymore.
The
but
Hitman's
it's
round.
right.
25 and 32.
Hitman's round. That's what they say.
They're all like you can barely hear them with the can on, almost like a 22.
So we'll try these out and see how they do. It's not overly difficult to operate. These are a little bit easier than the Phoenixes that I find. It's just racking a round in if you wanted to actually run it single action. And like I said, if you wanted to run it double, put your round in, put your mag in, and then you can run it double action.
The only thing I experienced too is when I was dry firing it was if you run your finger up high on that trigger, it will pinch the shit out of your fingers.
It's
so
definitely an odd design for sure.
It's different the way it pinches.
Well, let's check her out.
Are you going first?
I'm going first.
Oh shit!
Right. Chamber load this hoe. Yoink. Fucking, you know the Italians known for their karate chopping. All right, let's see how this goes.
Good job.
I gotta run a little bit lower. Let's see how I describe this properly.
Mag, please.
It's a neat design. I have an issue with like my command grip. It's a little bit odd for me personally. It's a little small. I find that like since my thumbs run kind of high, my slide's actually reciprocating into my thumb, which is just a training thing for this particular firearm. It's nothing against the firearm, but it cycles. It's not a bad little shooter. The sights, to be entirely honest, are dog shit. Sights are horrible. I wouldn't
Maybe
even.
it was just you, dude.
No, the shooting is me for sure, but it's almost like running like an old school 1911 sight.
And so these are 7+1.
Yeah, the old school original 1911 GI models that had just enough sight for you to hit something at 10 yards. It's neat. You gonna come shoot this thing?
Yep.
Come on down.
Yep.
You win a Tomcat.
Yep. All right. Never shot this one before. So it goes in there. Oh, interesting. Okay. Put
Give the Beretta a karate chop.
Here.
Oh, see?
Okay. So I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the chamber loading thing.
Okay. So if I wanted to check, just make sure that the round is in there, I can just open that, but the round's going to fly out.
Yeah, they're designed to fling the round out.
Okay, that makes sense.
From what I understand, the original reason for that was because when they had it in like 20, they had other versions like the Bobcat,
Okay.
22 short,
Okay.
that would malfunction all the time, so you could fling the round out.
So
And
no
then rack it
round
again.
in, pull the trigger. Let's try this again.
From the top.
From the top. So Load mag in.
Yep.
Open top. Insert round. Close.
And, I got a
And
double
now I'm
action.
hot.
Yep.
Now I'm hot. So off safety, on safety. That red is very small, but that's fair. So we're gonna go off safety.
Watch how high your thumb's red.
Oh, it'll lock it.
It'll lock it. It'll cut your hand up.
Okay. It did the same thing as you last time,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't how high it was.
Best way to show clear is to push that chamber. There you go. Just like that.
Okay.
What do you think?
It's a fun little round. I mean, having to run my hand so low on that is not comfortable. And I even felt it trying to stab me, and that shit's, dude, that's sharp. Like, that's not fun. I don't mind getting bit a little bit, but
There's a line.
That's too sharp. It's a fun round. I was really, really, really hoping that I would love this gun, because at this point in my collection of guns, I just want to buy stuff I don't have and that's fun and fucking cool. But it just didn't shoot exactly the way I wanted to. If you want something that's cool, or you're collecting the Bobcat and the Tomcat and the Cheetah I believe is the 22, right?
Yeah. Cheetah is 380.
Oh, 380.
Cheetah's like a.
They make the 22 version too, though.
They do.
Okay. If you're going to collect them all, that's super cool. It's a fun gun. It just wasn't my preference. I understand what you're saying on the sights. I just had to aim a little bit lower. So I was just down around the crotch area, and it was hitting chest. It was hitting steel on that. So it is what it is, but it's fun. They're cool. They're different. Let's move on to
It's something. Yeah.
It's something. The most well-known one that we have, the SIG 238, which I'm once again going to let you talk about.
Okay.
I have not shot one, but I have thought about owning one. They're on the more expensive side, but
Yeah.
dude, they are small, and that is cool.
It's neat, and
Tell us.
it is a 380, which is a pretty reputable round, and it's pretty common. Basically, it's a miniature 1911. Is the best way to put it. It runs in single action only, right? So you'd be carrying this hammer back, safety on. I believe it's 6 rounds. if I
There's
remember
no way to
correctly.
run it double. Single.
Correct.
Okay.
It is only single action only. They are a really small gun. It's an interesting little firearm. I don't necessarily know how well it's going to shoot, but we're going to try it today. It's got all the California features on it. I believe it's got a magazine disconnect. Yeah, magazine disconnect, loaded chamber indicator,
Night sights.
night sights, which is kind of nice, and then obviously your manual safety. As you can tell, they're real small. It's a really good pocket carry, and for the longest time, the 238s, and they still some
The
versions still might come
938s
with
are
them.
really popular.
They are.
You know?
So these actually, so most of these actually come with like a trigger guard cover that you can just put in your pocket.
Yeah.
So it's a
yeah,
cool
yeah.
little carry gun if you're wearing board shorts, you're out with a family, just have to kill a hobo or something. Whatever it may be.
How do we control some of the shit that comes out of his mouth?
You don't.
It's called editing, right?
Yeah, censoring. Censorship is against the law. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
They're neat. It's a small little barrel, so I don't know if you're going to be touching out at distance with these things. And we'll see if I can even shoot
No,
it.
I'm shooting it first. I don't want your negativity
Oh,
to
pardon.
brush off on this gun.
You're right,
Okay?
you're right.
If we like the gun, we like the gun.
Makes
Okay.
you shoot worse. I forgot.
Oh, I big fud. I big fud. I know like gun. You know,
So I carry full-size Berettas.
right? I carry full size.
Well, it's good for you.
It go big bang.
It's good for you. That was the 11th commandment, I think. It was you shall carry a full-size
Okay,
gun.
so the safety is actually pretty nice to use.
Yeah.
It's not too firm. There's some of them that are too hard. It does have a loaded chamber indicator. We've been through this a million times. It sucks, but I don't mind it. It's not the end of the world. So we're here. So hammer back on safety, hammer back off safety. Let's go ahead and press check. We're good. Does not lock back. Didn't
should.
lock back that time. Okay, dude. Aim a little high. It seems to be shooting Seems to be, I was aiming at head, hitting center mass. Okay, I'm down. I like it. It shot really flat. There's no recoil. I think it's a cool little pocket gun where you don't need somewhere where you don't need a ton of rounds. I understand what you're saying as far as carrying it and being a miniature 1911. I get that. That makes sense.
Which I'm not against people carrying single actions. I just personally don't like carrying single actions.
Yeah,
it's just my thing. I just don't like it.
Yeah, but wait till you shoot it. Like, I like it. It's not so bad, dude. Don't even try to act like you didn't like it.
I mean, I would own it.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough because SIG makes such good products. They really do. Obviously, so does Beretta, and Phoenix, it does make guns that work. I mean, it does work for the purpose you're looking for.
Just as far as what we're looking at it is simplicity, the way that we've trained. Just, it's not putting extra steps into it. Like you said, it's a mini 1911.
Yeah.
The sights worked well. There's no recoil. I didn't have a problem with how small it was, obviously. But like,
it's honestly not a bad gun. It shoots pretty straight. I can't shoot subcompacts to save my life, apparently.
You know who it's good for too? Like, it's not just good for us if we want a small gun. It's good for somebody who doesn't want a lot of recoil, but that round will do damage. You can get a hollow point in the 380, and it'll protect you. You may need 2 rounds, but you'll be able to keep that on target.
Yeah.
So somebody that is not quite as confident, and it doesn't matter what gender you are, but maybe if you're a little smaller, you don't want to deal with a heavier gun with heavier recoil, things like that.
Yeah. Like if you have baby hands, this is going to be a great gun for you.
Dude, that was, I don't know, that was enjoyable.
That's what I thought you said.
That was enjoyable.